Time to Think Thursday. I'm Dr. Anthony Giacalone with Atlantic Coast Chiropractic. Today I want to talk about the hamstring, what it is, and what it has to do with our back. The hamstring is a very big muscle that's on the back of the thigh, behind the leg here. It attaches from the back of the hip and below the knee. This muscle actually consists of 3 different muscles, and the primary responsibility of these muscles is to help extend our hip backward and also bend our knee or flex our knee. Many times I see patients come in here and a lot of their back pain actually is contributed to inflexibility in one hamstring or the other. About a week ago I had an athlete come in here and she's a sprinter and she pulled her hamstring. She came in for treatment. Didn't tell me about any other issues she was having. We did a treatment on her called the grafting technique, which is something that we do to help break up adhesions and scar tissue in a muscle. We use these tools. And after 2 sessions, she comes in and she's like, Doc, my hamstring's feeling so much better, but I'm amazed I don't have any back pain anymore when I'm exercising and doing things. Why is this? This is what I kind of want to get into today. One of the analogies I use and I tell people is one of the biggest important things that we need to know about our body is that it's all about symmetry. Evenness of the left side versus the right side, evenness from the front of the body to the back of the body. The analogy I like to use is a car. If we have a car and on the left side of the car, the tires are at 20 psi, and on the right side of the car, the tires are at a 40 psi, that car is going to pull to the left, right, where there's less pressure of the tire. Over time, the tires on that left side of the car are going to wear out because there's more pressure and more friction on the rubber of those tires. And now we're holding that steering wheel and we're having to adjust and pull to the right, and we're using our muscles to kind of keep that thing straight. All we have to do is inflate the tires on the left side of the car, make it even to the tires on the right side of the car, get them both at 40 psi, and now that alignment of those tires is going to stay nice and straight. This works very similarly with the body, and one of the most important things we need to have symmetry with is our hamstrings. I'm not even as much concerned as the flexibility of our hamstring as much as I am the evenness of their flexibility. So what happens is if we have one hamstring that's much tighter than the other, this can actually make us have one leg length that's shorter than another. Because as that hamstring is pulling and tightening more on one side than the other, it's going to pull our body that way. It's going to rotate what's called our pelvic bone. A lot of people call this the hip bone. And that unevenness is going to cause misalignments of the spine and can contribute to back pain. Now that we have an understanding a little bit of this hamstring and how it can affect our body, how do I know if it's an issue for me? I'm going to show you a real simple test that we can all do at home. What I want you to do is get a bath towel. Roll it up. You're going to lay in your bed on the back. You're going to put the towel underneath your foot, keeping your knee locked out, and if you have some knee pain, there can be a slight bend in the knee. You're going to raise that leg up until a point of where you feel a little bit of a pull. You don't want to go as far as you can, just to feel where you feel tightness in that hamstring. You're going to kind of make a mental note of how far that is, and then you're going to do the left side or the other side, and you're going to compare side to side. All right, I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm laying on my back here, and I'm wrapping the towel around my foot. I lock the knee out, and nice and easy, I'm going to pull up until I feel a little bit of a stretch. And for right there, that's me there, and that's about 90 degrees on my right side. Now I'm going to do the left. Lock that knee out, and I'm going to pull up. And right about there, I'm getting some tightness, and that's at about 70 degrees. What that's telling me is that my left hamstring is tighter than the other, and I really need to focus on this side to loosen it up, so that will help with my alignment, not only prevent injury or me pulling that left hamstring, but also preventing back pain, sciatic pain, and things of that nature. Some simple things we can do to loosen that up is basically roll the muscle out, something that I like to do. I think everybody should have one of these. I call this a muscle stick. I have one at home, and just lifting your leg, you can basically roll the tighter side out. And if we don't have a lot of upper body strength, this is a great alternative to a foam roller that's harder for us to manipulate the body. You can also use a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, roll out that muscle and loosen it up. Then afterwards, you can stretch it out. I'm not a big fan of having people bend forward because we tend to bend from the back too much and that can cause an issue. So what I like to do is get my leg up on a chair, keep that knee locked out, keeping my sternum and my chest up, and I just lunge forward slightly until I feel a good pull. I'll hold that for about 20 or 30 seconds, and then I'll get my body more erect again and repeat that several times. I would do that for about a week, and then I would retest to make sure that my hamstrings are level. In general, for the average person that's not sedentary, I recommend we should have a full 90-degree bend in that hamstring to get full flexibility. So that what that means is when you're laying on your back and you're pulling that leg up, you should see your leg straight vertical up and down compared to your torso. If you're having that, then that means you have full flexibility in that hamstring. Focus on the side that's less flexible, and then once you have that even, then you focus on both sides, trying to get it to 90 degrees. If you're having any sciatic pain, if you're having any back pain, if you're having any hamstring or knee pains, do not start doing this without seeing your healthcare professional or your local chiropractor. Test this out, see how your hamstrings are. This will save you from having back pain in the future. I'm Dr. Anthony Giacalone. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, please share it. Have a good day.